Hi guys, just a quick look here at the JRC NRD-545 and the Icom IC-R75. These two receivers are very similar, made within a couple of years of each other, run for roughly the same amount of time, a few years longer on the Icom. JRC obviously no longer around, Icom still going strong. But I'd just like to say that between these two, I think on Icom, I think it's called, which I go to for a lot of reading on radios, a lot of reviews are done there. I think this has got about 4.7, 4.8, and this has got 4.9 maybe. So in my opinion, that's about right, because they're both great radios. You know, maybe this is 4.6, 4.7, that's 4.7, 4.8, something like that, maybe 4.9. Anyway, so they're very close on their rating on Icom. A lot of the descriptions on this one and on other radio reviews always mention this radio about being the pinnacle of HF home consumer market HF receiver, and I would agree with that. It is, you know, it is incredible radio, really. The point of this video is, I'm just saying that how far behind is the Icom? Now, the Icom's roughly half the price on the second-hand market in Great British pounds, between 350 and 450. If you're lucky, you might pick it up for 250. You've got to be pretty fortunate to know someone or see on eBay and buy it fast. But general price is 350 to 450 on average. These double that, 600, 700, sometimes 900 they sell for. People have got them up for sale for £1,200. I don't think they're worth £1,200. I don't think they're worth more than £600-700, maybe £9 if it's, you know, got the keyboard and it's the later model or something. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, how much further behind is this? Well, here's my opinion on that. It's not far behind at all. As I said at the start, the reviews on Icom say the whole story. I think the Icom doesn't get enough sort of kudos for what it is. I think it's an amazing receiver, and this JRC gets all the credit. It's like, this is the best receiver in the world, best ever, you know. And then the Icom, it doesn't get much love, and I think the Icom's an amazing little radio. I would say the filtering's highly, that's probably what it's about. The filtering's, because it's DSP filtering, it's continuously adjustable, and the AJC is the same, where this hasn't got much choice, and the filtering system is bonkers. But it's the sound and the feel and the function of it, the Icom, almost match this in performance. It's just the variable bandwidth and the variable AJC time that you can mess with a lot on this, and the what's better as well, probably the notch filter slightly better, and the tone is another. Oh, the station's gone off. The tone is another. DSP noise reduction system on this. This hasn't got tone, so more options, definitely. Fancier, yes. Looks better, well, that's a matter of opinion, but yes, it probably does look better. Rarer, absolutely, I think that's part of the appeal. But what I will say is, if you're sort of a gambling sort of person, then this broke down as soon as I got it. Now, that could have just been bad luck, but Icoms, for me, I've never had an Icom, touch wood. I've never had any problems with Icom. They've always been perfect, you know. Let's just see. Oh, yeah, so Icoms for me, perfect. Work every time, straight out the box, never moan, never make a little tweak, they never do anything, never twitch, they never do anything. They're perfect for me, they're great. You know, they've been great Icom. I've wear JRC, stories about them being less reliable, harder to repair, the parts you can't get anymore, etc, etc. But that's just the chance you take with like a classic car or anything like that. You know, classic radio, I suppose. But these two are the same age, and this will be repaired and the parts will be readily available, or fairly available. And this will be harder to get the parts, you know. And there was considerably less built. The numbers are really hard to get on this, but this would have had a lot. This is my view of things from my research so far. This is my opinion on it. Factually based, well, I've done quite a bit of research. I can't get much information, but it would appear that the JRC made less of these than Icom made of these. Plus, the production run was longer, so that probably had something to do with it. But yes, this is the rarer radio, harder to repair, and superior slightly. Yes, of course, but I think this is just bigging the Icom up, this video. The point of this video is just to big the Icom up because it's just such an amazing little receiver. And I think it's because it's readily available and cheap, it sort of gets, you know, people turn their nose up at it. But the JRC, they really want it because it's one of them things you can't have because it's hard to get and it's really expensive. And it took me years. I haven't just bought this on a whim. It took me years of research and getting the money. I didn't need to get the money together, but I sort of needed to get the spare money together, you know, and be sensible with my money. So it took me a while to get the fund together, shall we say, to justify spending the money on the radio, and it took me years to find a good example, trustworthy source and all that, one for the right price. Don't get paying £1,200 for these, they're not worth that. Make sure you wait and you pick one up for £600-700 tops, you know, they're probably worth about that. Will they appreciate in value? Possibly. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're in good condition. Will the display fail? Again, possibly. Will this display fail? No, because although these two are the same year-ish, within 1 or 2 years of production and in design, this has got an LED array around it, which is incredibly reliable and probably very easy to repair. And this has got I'm speculating it's easy to repair. I should imagine it is. They're LEDs, so... And this here has got a cold cathode CFL compact fluorescent lamp system or something like that, which is incredibly complicated and old-fashioned design technology. Nice, gives you a good light. That's why mine's always on dim. That helps it extend the lifetime of it. But yeah, you know, it didn't need such a they could have put LEDs in. They were available, so why didn't they put LEDs in? I don't know. Anyway. That's enough for me waffling on. You get the point. All I'm trying to say is this is a great radio, often overlooked. This is a great radio that people know about already. And yes, it does. It really is. It's like radio porn. That's how I would describe it. It really is gorgeous. But does it perform 10 times better than this or twice as good as this? No. You know, is it really nice to have the filters and stuff and the AGC and the noise reduction? Yes, this also has noise reduction. So not quite as good as this, but that's a matter of opinion again. Okay guys, that's it for now. That's enough of me waffling on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on other radios coming soon.